Hi, everybody. Thanks for visiting LankSports.com. Keith Schweigert here alongside Jeff Reinhart. We're here to preview one of our two spotlight games for Week 5 of the LL League football season. Cocalico at Lampeter-Strasburg. This one gets underway at 7 p.m. in Lampeter. Jeff will be your live blogger from the game, bringing you all the action on the field. And Jeff, how do you see this one playing out? It's a pretty good battle of two good Section 2 teams here.
Definitely. A lot of storylines here. LS, of course, 4-0. Only 3 undefeated teams left. They're one of them. They've finally broken the ice and played a Section 2 game, put up 44 points and beat Lebanon. Cocalico coming off maybe, quite frankly, the biggest win in the history of its program, if you really think about it. They beat Mannheim Central 34-28 last week. First win over the Barons since 1976. Wow, we were in grade school. So both teams coming into this game feeling really good. There's a little history there. They have played the last couple of years as non-league games. I think Cocalico's won 3 out of the 4. So a lot of offense in this game, a lot of gaudy offensive numbers. Cocalico, 1,400 rushing yards, number 1 in the league. Their third-ranked offense in the league. LS leads the league in points scored with 154. They're 4th or 5th in the league in total offense. So tons of offense. Could be a shootout.
Yeah, it's shaping up that way. And I guess, Jeff, for me, the biggest question about Cocalico is which Cocalico team is going to show up on Friday? Are we talking about the one that knocked off Mannheim Central last week and looked so good against Schuylkill Valley in the first game of the season? Or are we talking about the team that, got upset by Effort in Week 2 and then got blasted by Governor Mifflin a week later? They've been kind of schizophrenic all year, so is Cocalico, do we think they're for real now that they've knocked off a good team in Central, or are they still kind of a team that's starting to feel its way through the season here?
Gotcha. I think we'll see the real Cocalico for this reason. I think Coach Gingrich found his quarterback, and that's Spencer Moser, the freshman. 146 rushing yards and the game-winning touchdown against Mannheim Central. He's been looking for that option kid who can run that attack and do the triple option and the flex bone stuff, and I think they found him. So keep an eye on Spencer Moser. Get used to the name. He's going to be playing quarterback for Cocalico for the next 4 years. I think Cocalico definitely found itself, no doubt. And I know Central's defense has struggled. We've talked about it ad nauseum. But Hartman, carved him up for 257 and 4 touchdowns, and Moser had 146 and a touchdown. I think Cocalico has an identity. It found itself. I think the Eagles are here. They're 1-0 in the section. They're ready to go. I think the real Cocalico is here. Here they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for LS, now they've been probably one of, if not the most consistent team in the league on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at their offense, they're in the top 5. Defense, they rank 6th. They don't give up a lot on, running or through the air. But they are the second toughest team against the run, which is an interesting number when you look at what Cocalico does, because they hardly throw the ball at all. Every bit of their offense pretty much comes from the ground game. So here we have, that coming in from Cocalico's side going up against a pretty stout defense against the run for LS. So do you think they're going to be able to hold up against Cocalico's attack?
This will be their stiffest test, no doubt about that. LS has only given up 310 rushing yards, second least in the league. That's good. And I know Lebanon doesn't run the ball much, so those numbers are kind of skewed maybe a little bit. But 14 takeaways on defense for LS, plus 9 turnover ratio. They've been opportunistic on that side of the ball. But they haven't seen a kid like Hartman, and they haven't seen a quarterback like Moser who's going to pitch and make decisions and reads on the run. Stiff test for LS. This will be their toughest game, I think. I know Cedar Cliff was much ballyhooed coming in, and they really took care of them. But Cocalico is sort of a different monster with this flex bone. Austin Hartman needs 107 yards to break the school record held by Tab Musser for rushing. So I'm sure they're going to stick it in his belly a lot and do what they do. So this is just a great game. A lot of storylines, a lot of offense going up against a great defense. Oh, boy, I hate to pick this game. I hate to pick it.
Well, I'm going to put you on the spot. Who's it going to be?
I want to lean Cocalico. I really do. They won last year at LS and put up 34 points. And I think Hartman is just a beast right now. And I think Cocalico is really focused. I picked them to finish second in the section. You picked them to win the section.
I did.
And if those predictions are going to come true, they got to win games like this. So I'm going to lean Cocalico, but this is a whale of a game.
Yeah, I really think it can go either way. I'm kind of leaning more toward Lampeter-Strasburg's way just because they've been doing it every week, whereas Cocalico's been kind of hot and cold. LS has been impressive every time out. You mentioned the Cedar Cliff game. That was their biggest test to date. They passed that one with flying colors. Last week against Lebanon, their defense was going to be tested. It passed. Lebanon did get its yardage, but a lot of that was after the outcome had really been in hand. So it's tough to pick, but I'm going to lean LS. Don't forget, folks, if you can't make it out to the games on Friday night, be sure to visit us here at lanksports.com. Jeff and I will be blogging live from our 2 spotlight games, bringing you all the action on the field and posting updated scores from around the league as we get them. We'll have the final scores up on the ticker going across the top of the main page within minutes of the final gun. And Jeff and I, of course, will do a video wrapping up all of Week 5's action at the end of the night on Friday, late night. Look for the video there. Thanks again for visiting lanksports.com, and be sure to enjoy the games on Friday.